This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. This past week I reviewed King's Forge Apprentices. This is an expansion to a popular game, a dice manipulation game that I really love, and this one added all these new characters with all these different special abilities that you can use every round once you get them, and it just gives the game another layer of depth that I think is well welcomed. The next one is Noch Mal. This is a small dice game that takes about 15 or 20 minutes to play, similar along the lines of, say, Rolling America or Quicks or Quinto or Dice Stars, in that realm of games. And it's a fantastic spatially designed game where you're trying to move out to columns, trying to get colors done, you're trying to cover stars. It's a fantastic game. It doesn't yet have North American distribution. You might be able to find it from a Europe site, but it's fantastic. And the last one is Fog of War. This is a two-player epic sort of war game. It takes about 2 hours to play, and you use this secret operation wheel. Everything you do in this game is secret. There's a lot of bluffing, a lot of misdirection, and you're trying to figure out which countries you're trying to go after, which one you want to defend. It's like Axis versus Allies, but man, I don't typically like war games, but this one is fantastic. Had some graphic design issues, but the game itself is awesome, so check out my review for that. Also did my Saxophone Serenades of the Month, which basically goes over all the games that I kept in my gaming library this past month, because all the ones I keep, I do a saxophone serenade and play my saxophone. That tells you all about the games that I kept this month in about 2 minutes. I also did a rule school for Doggy Go. This is sort of a sequel to Kitty Paw. This is from Renegade Game Studios, where you're simultaneously trying to build a puzzle worth of dogs, trying to put some on the trapeze, some of them going through the flaming hoops. It's pretty cool. So check that out. That teaches you how to set up and play the game rule for rule in my rule school. I also did another rule school for a game called Incorporated. This is a heavy economic game about globalization, about stocks, about growth, about stress, crises. Huge economic game there, but I teach you again in my rule school how to set up and play the game rule for rule. Well, it was an action-packed week for the Game Boy Geek. We'll see you next week.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.